Valley Forge was the crucible of the American Revolution, and it's this epic story of immense suffering and perseverance and ultimate triumph. So in the winter of 1777 to 1778, 9,000 American troops went 18 miles outside of Philadelphia, where the British troops are wintering in very comfortable conditions, to Valley Forge to set up winter camp. Over the next 6 months, 2,000 of those soldiers would die from exposure and starvation and disease. In short, it was hell. And yet the soldiers stayed. This is civic virtue in its purest form. Ordinary Americans, most of them farmers, sacrificing everything because they believed that liberty was worth sacrificing for. And the women sacrificed right along with them. We think of Valley Forge as just a bunch of guys. No, there were women there too. And they were doing really important tasks like cooking what little food there was and crucially cleaning the clothes and carrying supplies and tending to the sick, all while facing the same conditions as the men. Not every American was displaying epic levels of patriotism here. George Washington chose Valley Forge because it was surrounded by farmland, and yet many of these farmers refused to sell to the starving Continental Army, instead preferring to sell to the British in Philadelphia because they could pay much higher prices. And then there's Baron von Steuben, a fabulously flamboyant character who was not actually a baron. Nevertheless, he was a Prussian military officer who was sent by Benjamin Franklin to go and help train the American troops. And train them he did. There are stories of him screaming at soldiers from dawn until dusk in French, German, and English just to get his point across. And you know what? It worked. He transformed these exhausted volunteers into a disciplined fighting force capable of standing toe-to-toe with the British. Out of the cold and the starvation and the disease of Valley Forge emerged an army and a people fully committed to the cause of independence.